We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an added access.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this amazing platform where we bring you information that has to do with the United States of Biafra. Information coming from the right source. In this platform, we promote and support the restoration fully and recognition of the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of the Supreme Commander of Mazi Nandekano. Today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, the Deputy Prime Minister. Wherever you are and you're watching this program, I welcome you. Please like and share to all platforms. In this program, we will be continue to show you information that are coming from all angles, more especially things that has to do with the Biafran territory, regardless where it is, whether in the east, in the west, in the north, in the south. We bring it before you so that you can digest it and have a rethink and know where you stand. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom in that contraption called Nigeria is Biafra. It is either Biafra or nothing. And wherever you are, continue to support the United States of Biafra. That is the only way to go. That is the only way you can have good economy and have security. Regardless what you see today, do not get distracted. Do not get bemoved. Continue to stand your ground, to demand for self-determination because it is your right. Do not allow anyone to take away the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life from you. Kindly watch this video for more wisdom. Let's watch.
And it's time for me to introduce my guest in the studio today. She is vociferous. She is empathic. She is very vocal. She is, I don't know, there are several words to use to describe her personality, but she's the kind of person that will require some of our men to become these current days. All right, and that is Lolo Neka Chimeze, known as Madam Pinto. She is a president, Igbo Women Assembly. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Come close to the microphone.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for coming today. I sincerely do appreciate you. I'll tell the technical team to come with the headphone. They'll come sort it out. How are you?
I'm good.
You've heard the hot topics we're looking into this evening.
Yes.
Let's start off with the situation in Uromi. That is not the only place that things are going on. In Enugu, just yesterday, in the communities, several communities have been displaced. Almost about 200 communities across the southeast have been displaced. These Fulani terrorists and marauders have taken over people's farmlands. They've displaced a lot of settlers. Young men have been killed. If you go to the southeast right now, you see mostly women and children because the men are no longer there. Either they've been killed off or some of them have migrated. The young boys are no longer even in that particular axis. So in that region, they are fighting the security being conscripted around there, which is the Nigerian military, right? They're also fighting Fulani terrorists. It feels like the state governors do not know what to do. Now, in Benue State, there was also a protest in regards to the displacement of their communities and the consistent recurrence of herdsmen attacks in their community. We are not hearing social media influencers, specifically from a certain geographical location, calling on these Fulani terrorists to stop their acts. We've not heard anyone handing down the gavel, giving a warning like they were outraged last week for the 16 persons that were killed. So are we saying that there is a silent support of these terrorists killing people and taking over farmlands? Because according to what Obadiah Melaifa said, he said it feels like what is going on is like a jihadist agenda. That's what he said before he died.
Now, Esther, I've said it before. There seems to be a civil war going on in Nigeria where some were armed and some were not. This civil war is being carried out in guerrilla style. It's like they felt they've conquered southeast and they're moving to south. All right. You know, the Nigerian state has always perceived South and Southeast as Igbo. But now they prefer to do it by divide and rule.
All right.
Don't let them come together and fight or speak with one voice. Just deal with these people, move on to these people, and deal with these people. Now, how can in a country where a certain tribe is terrorizing a whole nation, nobody says anything about it. They don't kill and run away. They kill and stay. You understand? There's an outcry, and security operative does nothing about it. The federal government says nothing about it. And then when it's the other way around, there's an outcry and threats. The most annoying part of it is the threats from this part of the country. Now, in Enugu State, like yesterday, almost about 4 villages have been sacked. It's all over the news. You won't see our president say anything. You won't see the Senate president say anything. You won't see the IG of police say anything. You won't see the military say anything. But once it is the other way around, they're all over the place. Now, the question now is, have we now legalized weapon in this country?
Legalized weapons for certain persons?
Yeah, exactly. No, for certain person. I can imagine getting 26 Easterners traveling in a truck with weapons, and they are leased this way. The outcry will be the other way around. We've caught them. They are IPOP. They are the ones doing this. You will see them IPOP. You will see the outcry. It will be as if those that were killed were not humans. Now, I condemn in totality the jungle justice. I condemn in totality.
Okay.
Even if they were kidnappers, true, even if they were armed robbers, since they have bought, you know, the anger and rage. In the village, remember, these villagers have been losing human beings like these 16 people that were killed.
Yes.
So the anger of losing your loved ones to this particular set of people, and they have been crying. Now, when they accuse them, they don't deny it
at all.
People know they are them. The federal government don't do anything. They don't deploy security operatives to protect these people. Now they manage to catch these people, and they caught them with weapons. It is weapon they used to attack them.
They said they presented evidence to documents for that weapon.
I read what the driver of that truck is a Dangote truck.
Yes, a Dangote truck.
Why would a Dangote driver convert Dangote truck to something he will use to convey travelers? We have transport vehicles.
So they are hunters. Are they maybe they are hunting for Dangote.
Since when did hunters start traveling en masse on the road? In Nigeria of today, with this security situation in Nigeria, and you are traveling with guns on the road, and you are telling us you want to go and hunt. Do you hunt on the road? You are traveling to Kano. Why must you move with your gun? Esther, I can assure you, those guys were Fulani herdsmen or Boko Haram. There has been influx of this military in Nigeria. Let's not call them Fulani herdsmen, because when you call them Fulani herdsmen, you are glorifying them. They are military. They are Boko Haram that were moved tonight. Now they've left the north. They've moved to the east. They are in the bush, attacking and sacking villagers. Now, yes, we can condemn the mob attack. We can condemn the jungle justice, but the outrage is as if you are now encouraging those of them in the bush to continue to kill.
With the way the government responded.
The police should query the carrying of weapons, because what made them attack these people were the carrying of arms.
Do you know the governor?
And then the pride, because they said when they were asking them questions, I'm sure if they had comported themselves, they brought out knife.
Yes, they brought out the knife first.
I am sure the federal government would have loved it more if these people had opened fire on the vigilante and killed all the vigilantes. I'm sure it wouldn't even make much of any sense, because they've been killing.
And it's like people are used to it. In the South,
people are used to it. People are so helpless. Let me tell you, Esther, I keep saying it. There is an agenda in this country we don't know. Those that established APC, they came with an agenda, either to Islamize Nigeria. You understand? Hiding under Fulani herdsmen ethnic. Remember, our president is a Muslim.
But I don't think. But he's a liberal. He's a liberal person. His wife is not a Muslim.
Most of these attacks is on Christians. Check the states.
Not in all instances. In the north as well, there are some communities where they are Muslims, where these headsmen and these Fulani terrorists kill them off.
Esther, we need to confirm that. We need to verify that. You never can tell.
We've seen them go to the mosque and slaughter people. We've heard of those reports.
Probably those that were against them. But I can assure you, the attack is more predominantly in Christian-dominated areas.
Yes.
Benue, for instance, since 2015 till today, Benue have had no peace. Now the question is it difficult for the federal government to provide security for Benue people?
I don't know.
And now when these people rise to organize themselves, you are using one excuse to put fear. Because of course, with what is happening now, I was thinking that they should tactically handle it.
Exactly.
Get people arrested, investigate, question why these people should move with arms. Are you sure this man will not go and drop them somewhere and they will go and attack? No, when the outrage put fear in people to even comment with what is in their mind. Okay, now the military and the police is now going to sack a whole village because of 16 people. Now these attacks have been in the north. Deborah, for instance, the Christian girl that was murdered. Now there were security tips that this girl is going to be killed. This girl was murdered in broad daylight. People videoed it and showed it live. It took over 3 hours for them to finish the lynching. Where were these security operatives? It happened live on Facebook.
Yes, they were doing videos. They were streaming it brazenly.
And we saw faces of people that did this. Till today, I'm not sure anybody has been arrested or prosecuted. That's number one.
In fact, one of the president's aide at the time, Bashir Ahmed, said he supported it. Yes, he supported it.
They defended it because the school management was alerted. Some Christians tried to move even before the young woman. Remember, the problem started on social media.
Yes.
So it was a conversation on social media.
Yeah.
And then
on WhatsApp.
Yes, it started building up. The conversation left the WhatsApp to school, to the classroom. Now, they reported to the school authorities. The school actually supported the lynching of this young woman. Now, the police did not investigate the school authorities, their involvement in the lynching. And the village where this young woman was lynched was not attacked. There were no arrests. They did not move in to arrest everybody in the village, all right, for them to bring justice. Now, in Oromi, rather than them coming down, I mean, the vigilante, they know the vigilante.
Yes, they knew.
There were members of this vigilante.
Yes.
Why not go for the members of this? Why attacking the whole village? Why putting fear in the whole village? Why sacking the whole village? Now, is our president trying to tell us something? That some people are untouchable, are actually armed to attack. So, that's why I said the APC government should tell us what they want with Nigerian government, with Nigerian state. You cannot arm some people. Even our former president, when people were actually worried about the Fulani herdsmen carrying AK-47, he came out to defend that cattle rustling. There has never been any incident of cattle rustling in the southeast. There has never been any incident of cattle rustling in the south. And I'm not sure there has been any incident of cattle rustling in the southwest. So why carrying gun when nobody is attacking you? Why carrying gun? So there's an agenda to wipe out some people and take over. I think the federal government wants to settle the Fulanis.
Settle them what?
Yes.
How?
Yes, how? Are you asking me? Now that the Fulanis are sacking people and taking over their villages, and the federal government and security operatives are not doing anything about it.
Lolo, the north central the southeast, the south, all these regions are being affected by these terrorists. I would have expected the National Assembly, just like how they were quick to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State, to quickly suspend Natasha Akpoti, create an opportunity for an investigation to be closed, swiftly ensure that her recall process began, that the National Assembly would have actually called for a state of emergency on insecurity. I would have expected that the senators and House of Rep members from the constituencies that these Fulani terrorists are part of come out to publicly condemn the act of this thing. Nobody's talking about it.
Now, Esther, you must know that everybody is afraid.
Afraid of what?
This government has caged the judiciary, which is the last hope of the common man.
No, I'm coming. Where I'm heading is this. We have the Benue senators. We have Enugu senators. We have Imo senators, Anambra senators. All these states that these headsmen consistently ravage, their senators are in the National Assembly. My question is, how are they caged to bring out a bill, to bring out a motion notifying the National Assembly that we are going through an existential crisis? Nobody's talking about it. This is the document. These are visual evidence to prove that these individuals are mutilating our crops, displacing persons from their homeland. Farming activities cannot take place because of these terrorists. And you're telling me that they are caged? Is that not their responsibility to present the plight and represent the interests of the people that voted them in there? Or were they not voted in?
Okay, let me answer you. Several occasions, these people have tried to sponsor bills and it's thrown into the trash bin. Number one, there have been serious outcry for Nnamdi Kalu's release.
Okay.
So many senators have raised it on the floor of the National Assembly, on the floor of a House of Representatives. It has been thrown into the trash bin. You see what happened when they raised a bill to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu. At least the man that announced the June 12th result, election result. You saw what somebody stood up to say, that the person that he announced won is now the symbol of democracy. But the man that risked his life to announce the result,
said he did not announce it. They said he did not announce it.
If he did not announce it, how did you now know that Abiola won? How did Abiola win?
Professor Nwosu wrote a book. He wrote a memoir where he detailed everything.
Wait, no, now, Esther, see, there is a section of this country, some parts of them, that the way they heartlessly lie and change history, you make it ask if they are human beings. How can you say Humphrey Nwosu did not announce results? Now, how did Abiola win? If Humphrey Nwosu had cancelled that result, there wouldn't be any Abiola. This last election, Mahmoud announced a result and announced a winner, who the whole Nigerians know did not win the election. It says because somebody announced it. If Mahmoud, in his own wisdom, had said, "Oh, this election is not well conducted," and cancel it, no winner will emerge. They are so heartless to deny the man that announced the result that made MK Abiola the face of democracy. I did not agree with that, but I mean, this is what was done. Nobody is saying make Humphrey Nwosu as Humphrey Nwosu the face of democracy. Okay. All right, but at least recognize, I mean, the effort he made, because he was under pressure to cancel that election. And if I'm sure, that is one thing with our Igbo people. Our Yoruba brothers have never reciprocated the support we've been giving to them. In fact, I don't know whether they want us to vanish from this country.
Not all of them. Not all of them. You may say the APC supporters.
I don't know. No. Even before now,
okay.
There were the Awolowo followers. They hate Igbos with passion. And unfortunately, our current government is part of Awolowo followers. And that is why you see this much hatred about the Igbos. How can somebody write? If the person has said, I mean, no need. I mean, if I had made the but to say he did not announce the election. If he did not announce the election, how did Abiola now win the election? So this is, and we're all Southerners. No, so these are part of the challenges.
Don't they have fertile land in the north? I need to understand why you leave your entire territory. The north has one of the vastest land mass in this country, and they have a good soil for planting.
The southeast has one of the vegetation in the whole Nigeria.
When you say vegetable, greenery,
yes,
green vegetation,
yes, and the vegetable from southeast is very rich. If you use a vegetable, if you pluck a vegetable from the southeast and southwest, the taste is different. Even the water is equally different. All right. So because of that, and in the north, north doesn't really have rain that much. They don't have that much green.
Yeah.
Yes.
But things like yam, potato, tomato, those things that grow more during the dry season.
The point is that I don't know why it is like that. If you plant and nurture it, it grows. But if I've been to the north, I mean, I attended APU.
I schooled there too. I did my secondary school there.
If you look at their land, you don't see more of green vegetation like you see in the south. If you don't see more of water like you see in the south, it's kind of more of dry
and
land,
hot.
And not that it cannot be made to be better, but they don't want to do it. They want to. I think the north has a way of wanting to do business and make gains in a platter of gold.
Okay. Do you think this is going on?
Look at how expensive cows are.
Very expensive.
1.5 million, 2 million for one cow, and you cannot spend money to plant grasses all over north. Move to a particular area, because in the north there were vast land that are not being used, that are not being cultivated. The whole of north cannot be able to cultivate their land. You can imagine them saying, it is so funny that they are so selfish that they will come out to boast and make mockery of the south. That one state in the north is bigger than the entire southeast.
Yes, they say that. El Rufai said that.
Yeah, the same region you said is so small is a dot. You're also coming, to bring your cow to also graze on their little land. Now, how do they expect them to survive? They want to make us slaves. We must depend on them for food because they've made it impossible for us to cultivate on our land, and they have to come and graze on our crops to grow their cow and sell. I saw a video where these Fulani herdsmen were uprooting cassava.
Yes.
And
from
the owners
farms
of this farm were helpless, videoing them and sending this video out live. We saw the faces of these people doing this thing. What have the federal government do? Remember, if you kill a cow, they will kill human being, but they can uproot crops and nobody will kill them.
Do you know that there was a bandit attack in Ondo earlier in March where they killed 20 farmers? 5 farmers were killed in a fresh attack in Ondo. However, the government came and dismissed the herdsmen attack. The government quickly came and dismissed it. But, residents were angry over the displacement of some of their community members and the fact that they can't go to their farms because of these Fulani terrorists who are heading. My question is, the Southwest were able to organize Amotekun, actively put them to ensure that this thing stopped. The other time, in one of the Southwest states, they saw 2 trucks loads of persons coming from the north. They were dumped there. They said during investigation, they asked them questions. What are you doing here? They said they do not know. All of them seemed to be under some form of hypnosis. Said only a few of them said somebody took them from where they come from the north, put them in the truck and brought them here and told them to wait for instructions. Now, the state government and the security operatives during the investigation with a lot of policemen put them back in the truck and, told them they should go back to where they're coming from. Thank God that they did not release any onslaught or mayhem based on whatever instructions that they were waiting for. The question is that no state in this country is off the onslaught of these Fulani terrorists. The Southwest, the Southeast, the South, the Middle Belt, everyone has been calling the attention of the federal government. My question is, Why has the federal government not responded? You can hear what happened in Enugu State just yesterday. The Benue protest. I have not heard the president, through any of his media aid, send a warning, just like he responded to the mob action immediately that took place on Friday. It's like they were also scared of any reprisal attack because the social media influencers from that extraction were making threats. They were saying that they were giving the government of Edo State 24 hours to produce the culprits. Otherwise, they were literally making threats.
Esther, have you listened to when IPOP make threats to federal government? What happens in the southeast? They will go from house to house to arrest our youth. If they make threats, you get it. And now remember, our president is from the southwest. Of course, you will believe that the Amateko operation operating freely, they're under the cover of the federal government. Now, in the
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what do you think about the video I just played? Go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne.